Hello, welcome to the Rich and Simple Living. My name's Maria. If you're new here, I vlog home life things, quite often cooking, but we do a lot of other stuff in between. Today is cooking. We're going to be doing some scones in the air fryer. I decided that each week, sort of coming up towards midweek, let me see if I can stop this flashing. We're flashing a bit. Move me light a bit. Yes, coming up to midweek, I thought, well, let's do some scones each week. I've already done a rich fruit scones. I've done cheese scones, and we like scones in our house. So I thought, well, why not see how many different sorts of scones we can do. So each week I'm going to attempt to do a different type of scone. So I thought we'll kick-start it off today and we'll do some chocolate chip ones. We'll do some nice chocolate chip, and I know Sean will eat them as well because she loves chocolate chip. I'm going to see if I can adjust this lighting a bit because we seem to be flashing quite a lot. Sometimes I can get it right, sometimes I can't. We might have to put up with it a bit. So yeah, like I say, we're going to do some chocolate chip scones. I was going to say cookies then, scones in the air fryer. I haven't got the air fryer right yet because I haven't got a great deal of room, but we'll fetch that in a minute. We'll mix the mixture first. So I'll bring you down so you can see. There we go. And so I'm going to start off by mixing my dry ingredients. I've got 8 ounces of self-raising flour. I have got my book so I can check because I forget. We've got 1 ounce of sugar. So we then have, I think it's, 2 ounces of margarine. So we'll pop them in there and we'll mix them all together. So mix them to the light breadcrumbs and we'll drop the chocolate chips in then. Now, I'm not sure how these will do. I've never ever done chocolate chip. I keep wanting to say cookies, not cookies. Scones. I've never done chocolate chip scones before. I'll get it right. And I'm not sure, see, whether the chocolate chips will just go gooey and melt and whether it'll all just come out looking chocolate coloured. I don't know. Bit of experimentation, if that's a word. So we'll just keep doing this. So it's all mixed in nicely. Soon goes, it doesn't take long. Do like scones, especially scones when you've got cream and jam in them. I haven't made any of them yet, so we'll have them on the list for sure. But as I've got chocolate chips in the cupboard, I thought, oh, we could try them first of all. Because the idea is really to make things and use things that you've already got, rather than having to go out and buy lots of expensive ingredients. You just can't afford to do that at this day and age. It's nice what you've got in the cupboard because you can make some lovely things out of just the basics. So let's put the chips in. And that's what I'm trying to do really. Mix them all around. Oh, it was 50 grams. Is that 2 ounces? 2 ounces of it's because it's got grams on the bag, you see, 100 grams on the bag I bought, and it was only half the bag I needed. So it was 2 ounces. So it's not too much chocolate in there. You don't want to bite into it and it's just a mass of chocolate chips. Or maybe you do. I might. So there we are. We've got all the dry ingredients together. So what we're going to do now is put an egg in. I've already beaten an egg and I'm using my duck eggs now. Duck eggs are really nice, especially for baking. I mean, if you're eating them as they are, they might be a bit of an acquired taste because they're gamey and they've got a bit of a gamey flavour to them. But if you put them in cakes, you bake with them, they're really rich and really nice. And I think some of the best cakes in the world are made with duck eggs. But no, to make one with duck eggs just gives it that nicer flavour. It's just richer. So we're going to use the duck egg. not for any particular reason. It's just that my ducks have started laying again, and I've got more duck eggs than I have chicken eggs at the moment. And like I say, to eat a chicken egg, it's a bit more of an acquired taste because it's a gamey flavour. Just mix that with my spoon a bit. So you might not really want to eat a duck egg like you would a chicken egg. So I tend to save them for just, you know, putting with meals and things like that. If I've got a glut of duck eggs, I'll then use them for the baking, which is what I've done. I haven't got a glut yet. None of them are in full force laying yet. I don't think they will, because I think now they're quite older and I do need to get some new stock. But I think with the ducks, we won't have any more ducks once these have passed away. But we will definitely have chickens. I like to keep having younger chickens every so many years because we do rely on them for the eggs. So that's a bit of a dry mix. I'm going to put a bit of milk in. This is where I have to be careful because I know what I'm like. I think I'll mix it with my hand a bit. So we need to try and get like a doughy type of ball. I'll put too much milk in, it does feel a bit soft. It's surprising really how suddenly, you know, it sort of goes from really stiff to runny if you're not careful. You think you just put a drop in and it can be too much. And this is the only other thing, sticking to your fingers, just like dough does. So I might just put a tad more flour in there. It's not going to hurt it in any way. It's not like putting loads in and you're overpowered with the taste of flour. It's just enough to thicken it up a bit. My hand's really sticky now. There we are, just a little bit. See what that does. You shouldn't really need a lot anyway, so it's not going to affect the flavour. There we go. Must remember to turn around so you can see. I keep forgetting. There we are. We've got a nice doughy ball. My hands are nice and doughy too, so I'm going to have to wash them. That's the only thing when you're cooking. You're forever washing your hands in between different things, and then you end up with sore hands. Christmas, I got lots of nice fancy hand creams, which is really good because this is a time you want to use them when you're forever washing them, especially this colder weather. Right, what's it down there? So we're done with that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my board out so I can just gently roll it, not too much, but just gently. I'll wash my hands first, and then I'm going to get the air fryer out as well. So I'm going to give that a quick warm up. Normally put about 4 or 5 minutes. It doesn't take long to warm up, so just warm it up a bit and prepare my area for rolling it out. So I'm going to go and wash these. I'll be back in a second. Right, got the air fryer. I've just been warming it up. I'll bring you down because I popped the dough on the board ready. Dough, I call it dough. Is it meant to be called dough? I don't know. Got lots of flour on it now. But anyway, it's quite soft. We're going to roll it out. I don't want to do it too thick, but neither do I want to do it too thin. I think that might be enough. I think that's probably just under an inch, half an inch maybe. Make sure it's all level. I get tempted to keep going. I'm leaving it. Right then, we're going to cut some pieces off. There's a habit when I eat chocolate. Then we can pop it into the air fryer. So I'm going to follow the basic recipe for scones each week, that I do a different type. And we'll see how it goes. I may have rolled these a bit too flat actually. So I'm going to pop that in there, and I'm going to place these on it. I'd like to bring it down a bit. Oh well, I don't know, you probably can't see because you can't see over the top. My kitchen's not big enough to get all the spectacular angles that I could do with to show you. But never mind, it's the results we want to see. Now I'm not going to put anything on the top. I tend to only coat the tops of things with an egg wash if I am doing like a savoury pastry or something. I'm not going to do it for these. Right, see if we can just roll one more fit in there. It seems quite a soft mix. Roll another bit out. Don't want to do it too thin. That should do. Just put the one more in on the end. So I've managed to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in there. So that's what they look like. We're going to put them in. Bring up a bit so you can see. Right, I'm going to put them on air fry. I'm going to do it quite high at 180, and I'm going to do them for 8 minutes. There we go. So air fry, 180, 8 minutes, and away we go. And we'll come back when they're done and see what's happened. Okay, so it's just beeped. We'll have a look what they've done. I'll bring you down actually first so you can see. Oh, they look all right. Looks like the choc chips have stayed in place and not melted throughout, which is good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can take them out and put them onto a plate. They're cooked all right underneath, look. The only thing with my scones, and I was saying to my husband when I was doing scones earlier, they never seem to rise very much. I'm wondering if I should put a little bit of baking powder in with them. Although it's self-raising flour and the recipe I use doesn't mention baking powder, I'm wondering whether it would do it good just to put a little bit in. I mean, like that one's a bit flat. Well, if you can see, I'll hold them up in a minute to the light better. Move them along a bit so we can get them in. Right, let me just move that out of the way and then we can bring them up and look. Right then, let's have a look. There, see what I mean? They look a bit more like griddle cakes than griddle scones. They're a bit flat. Sometimes they rise a bit better, sometimes they don't. Sometimes I think it's my own problem because I roll them too much, and I am guilty of that. I never know when to stop rolling them. It's like pastry, you just roll and roll at it, you know, and I just get that urge to just keep rolling it and forget it needs to be a bit thicker. But they're not bad, they're okay. But I think I'd like to try and get them a bit thicker. If I do some where we get some cream and jam, I would like them a little bit thicker so I can cut them in half. But they look nice. I'm quite pleased that the choc chips haven't melted, so it's not like one big chocolate gooey mess. So I break one in half and we'll see what it does. If I can get one of the thinner ones breaking off, that'll be a bit easier, I think. So let's have a look. There we are. Well, they're cooked nice in the middle, and as you can see, the chocolate chips are all in place nicely, apart from one that just fell off. But yeah, that's they're cooked nice, but I do want them to get a bit thicker. Like I say, I think I might try a bit of baking powder, but we'll try one, shall we? Very nice. There's definitely nothing wrong with the taste of those. They taste beautiful. Really nice. Taste of chocolate in them. Taste beautiful. I'd say that was a success. So yeah, I will definitely say they're a success. They taste beautiful and the chocolate chip's nice. It's not overbearing chocolate. It tastes really nice. It's, oh, the words fail me. Could tell I like sweet things, especially with chocolate in. So yeah, they're a success. But I do need to try and work on getting them to rise a little bit more. Now my recipe doesn't say about baking powder, but I need to have a look what I can do, see if I can find some more recipes and see how much needs to go in, because I'm not really used to working with baking powder, but it's well worth a try doing, even if I just have a little practice on my own and see. And then once I perfect it, I can show you. But that defeats the object, because I just like to come on, not have any pre-go at it at all, just come on and do it, and you can see what happens, and it's as much a surprise to me as it is to you. So I just like to get on with it. So that's that for today. That's chocolate chip scones. Now each week, until I run out of ideas for different kinds, we'll have a go at doing a different scone. So next week I'll have a look what we can do next week, and we'll try a different one, and I'll see if I can perfect this rising business in between. Somewhere along the way surely I will. So yeah, join me again tomorrow. Now tomorrow, so to midweek, we'll have a nice chatty vlog. So I might have a chat to you about well, I got monetised. When did I get monetised? Just before Christmas. So I might have a chat with you about that and see whether it was worth it or not, tell you whether I thought it was worth it or not. So we'll chat about that tomorrow anyway. I won't get into that now, or I will. I'll just carry on talking. I'm terrible. So we'll do that tomorrow. We'll have a chat about that tomorrow. And then on Friday, we'll do another air frying vlog. Put my teeth in. And I thought what I might do, because when I did the sponge pudding in the slow cooker, people were saying, oh, have you tried it in the air fryer? That'd be good, I'd like to see it in the air fryer. So I thought, shall we do that this Friday? We'll do another sponge pudding and we'll try air frying it, put it in the air fryer and see what that turns out like. And again, it's a nice easy recipe and it's not an expensive recipe, and that's what I'm aiming for, things that are not expensive, because you don't want to be paying a fortune on expensive things. You just can't afford it this day and age. And like I say, basic store-cupboard ingredients make some beautiful things, and nice and easy things to make as well. So that's what we're going to be doing. That's roughly the rest of the week. So until tomorrow, take care. Bye.